Hey everybody, Brian Good here on this Monday for the latest edition of Storm Talk, and certainly no storms to talk about for the next few days. That summertime feel certainly intact over the area. Very, very warm outside and very little in the way of cloud cover as well, as we're dealing with a mainly clear sky overhead at the moment, and we'll hold on to that for the next few days. A bit of haze in some spots, but overall a lot of sunshine in the area. Here's an overview across the lower 48. We have this area of low pressure across portions now of the New England area in the northeast. That is slowly working its way out. It did produce some snow over the weekend into the higher elevations of New Hampshire. Nice and quiet here. We do have a boundary. It's one of the spiral bands, if you will, of this low, and it's kind of just laying like this to the north and east. It's really just more of a moisture boundary than anything. Otherwise, our main system is back here to the west. That is the next one that's going to be moving in later this week. That'll kick up our storm chances. The heat and humidity starting to build slowly, certainly in the plains, a little more prevalent. We're right on the edge of that boundary here, so we're just now starting our significant warm-up today. Humidity levels have begun to increase slowly so far today. We're starting to see some of the values go up here across portions of Kentucky. Certainly a little more pronounced in the plains. We'll begin to feel that as we head more into the week on a daily basis. So you will feel the humidity today, but you'll feel it even more so in the coming days as we get more and more into the core of that system rolling out of the plains, which will be later this week. As far as records go, we're fine today. Don't worry about our record today. 87 degrees, which will be our third time this year hitting that level. As far as records go, we'll be awful close to it Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll go into the written form of the blog on the reason why that's questionable there for those 2 days, and then we get into more of a stormy setup down the road. Let me take you on to a couple of things here on our Futurecast models. We'll get you first off into later this week, where we got this one front that's going to tease us. It's going to drop down from the north and kind of tilt as it moves in Thursday into Friday. We could have thunderstorms early sunrise Thursday in northern counties, and then as the day wears on, thunderstorm chance will begin to pop up in our area. I think Thursday will be mainly Indiana, but even into Friday, we may have some even across central Kentucky. So that's why we've knocked the numbers down a bit. Doesn't look like the front's going to move all the way through here, though. It's going to tease us. It's going to just become more horizontal. Then it will become a warm front. Change characteristics, if you will, as we get into Saturday, move back to the north, and I think Saturday afternoon, very, very warm, and potential is there for us to get close to 90 again. And then we deal with this low pressure and the cold front. Now, timing on this varies on different models. Overall thinking, though, is going to be Saturday night into Sunday. We'll begin to roll in with showers and thunderstorms to be out of here by Sunday afternoon. I think it's going to be that period that if there's going to be anything strong or severe that could take place, it's going to be with that phase. Not so much with that front. Can't run a gusty thunderstorm Thursday, Friday's tease, but Saturday night and Sunday, this one has a little more of a potency to it that we'll have to monitor. We're not outlooked yet by the Storm Prediction Center, but still early in the game. Looking at the ensembles, you can see the heat on all of them. This is GFS, here is the Euro, and here is the Canadian. All of them agree the heat is in charge of our area. Now you see that little dip as we get into Friday into Thursday into Friday, and that is that front again that just teases us, but we still stay relatively warm. And then we get really warm. The Euro especially has shown that surge near 90 on Saturday afternoon. I like the Euro's look to it. I think it makes a little more sense than what I'm seeing here on the GFS and on the Canadian. And then as we head into a period of next week, heading toward Memorial Day weekend, then we start to see potential here for this low pressure to move in and some cooler weather, in fact, with some showers the start of the holiday weekend. And then we should improve. We begin to warm things back up near the holiday itself. So the holiday doesn't look to be a washout holiday weekend, Memorial Day, but I do think we will have a dip in the temperature, and that's where you'll see temperatures drop there in the 60s around that Saturday of that weekend, then warming back up near the holiday. But it's still early in the game here. A lot can still change, but that is at least an early snapshot of how things are trending for the holiday week. It doesn't look to be like a repeat of this week of the 90-degree temperature type of stuff. But we'll see how it plays out. And overall, fairly quiet. Just got to keep an eye on that system for the weekend. All right, take care.